What's happening, people? It's nearly the 1st of July and Fulham have signed fucking no one. Again. What's going on?
He couldn't pull it down. In a moto!
Every summer, the club put out some jargon about the Whites wanting to plan for the season early, get our transfers done quick. It's not happened again. Silver said we were planning for the season in January. What the fuck is going on? And let me tell you why that does matter. Many will point to the 1st of July being the new window for PSR rulings, being the reason why the Whites haven't got a deal over the line by the 1st of July. In answer to that, I'd say, are the Whites really any close to any deals at the minute? While Gutepsi man Rimolo Cardosa seems close, there aren't really any signings that seem to be imminent to the cottage. And while Jorge Cuenca concluded last season that still can be possible, it doesn't look likely. Only PSR strapped Aston Villa and technically Nottingham Forest are the only other side to not make a signing this window. There are no excuses for Tony Khan. Fulham are undergoing massive changes this summer. Definitely the biggest since we got promoted to the top flight. With that going on and pre-season starting in 3 weeks, signings have to be done before our trip to the Algarve. Giving the squad a full pre-season together, whether that be new additions or the squad that we've already got, is crucial. Big leading figures like Stuart Gray and potentially Kenny Tete and Tom Kearney are all leaving the cottage. That leaves a big vacancy with the club's leadership structure. Add to that the Whites need to reduce the average age of the squad from the oldest lot in the Premier League, and this summer becomes an even more monumental task. Fulham don't need to just work out more annual tactical tweaks. The Whites have got to work out the actual leadership structure of the squad for the next campaign. That said leadership structure of the last campaign came under much criticism. The Whites conceding or losing out on 28 points from losing positions, the second most within the Premier League, was a massive fault in the Whites' late season collapse. Restoring a clear leadership structure for 25-26 is paramount for Marco Silva's success next season. Last season showed that not giving signings like Emile Smith-Rowe a full pre-season to get fit and to bed into the team really does impact your performance going into the final stages of the next season. Emile never looked fully bedded in within the Fulham tactical fold, and did he really ever look fit? Did he really ever look how fit he could look next season? I don't think so. Hopefully, this pre-season, that'll change. He's definitely got the potential to. Moving away from the playing side of the game, Silva obviously stating in earlier months that the club have been building up for this summer since the January transfer window is key to keeping Silva happy. The Whites have got to stick to their word. I'm looking at you, Tony Khan. Silva has spoke at length many times about how important pre-season is. As I said, getting your full squad together nice and early puts you on good stead for the season ahead. Just look at what Liverpool have done. And while I don't really expect the Whites to compete with what the Scousers have done, you've got to look at that and see that that is a recipe for success. Cast your mind back to the summer of 22-23. The lack of preparations and signings before our maiden season back in the Prem saw there'd be real talk of Silva resigning before our opening day clash against Liverpool. Of course, that didn't come to fruition, but we've got to remember, say that we want Marco Silva to sign another extension within the coming months, which he does need to if he's going to stay long term, which of course we all want him to. That is something that the Whites have got to think about, especially them in the boardroom. In short, I think we're best off convincing Tony Khan that at his deadline day. If we do that, he actually might get his act together.